Yeah, another injury. I was trying to get the bottoms off these bottles and I cut myself real bad. That's not supposed to crack. Doggone it, I'm going to have to fall back and do a different gift. This was going to be for Ashley's sister. I was going to paint it up real pretty and make a wind chime out of it, but that I can't do it with that crack in there. This one didn't turn out very well, so I'll be keeping that one. I mean, I don't know. That's a bummer. Right now I'm making bear claws. I have to brush the tops with a whipped up egg, and then I put these little slivered almonds on each toe of the bear claw. They will be the bear claw. Okay, I brushed them with egg, put little toenails on them with these slivered almonds, ready to bake. That's how they look when they're done. I left that pan in a couple more minutes so it browned a little more. That one is about 10 minutes left on it in there, and it stops automatically when it's done with the 11 minutes and 4 seconds. Now I'm going to the Footlighters Theater Place to take a voiceover lesson for 2 hours. Not sure. I'm about 7 minutes late due to traffic. I think they're having it upstairs. Here I go. I'm at the theater.
Which I never used, which kind of ticked my dad off. But while I was doing that, working at the intramural sports department, I saw an ad. Constant. You don't want anything flippy or funky or whatever. Constant. Quality is 192. That's general, that everybody will accept. This is also what Audacity or ACX and Audible accept for their files for an audiobook. And you're going to go down to joint stereo. Now some of your clients might say, you know what, I want it in mono. Great, that's fine too. Just know when you're saving it, then you'd click mono instead of stereo. I have one website that I use called Planet Charlie, and he wants everything in mono. And it's frustrating because I have a bunch of stuff that's coming on, and I got to remember what thing I'm recording and how I'm saving it, because he's the only one that wants it in mono. So once you do that, you've got constant bit rate, 192, and joint stereo. And then you save it, it'll drop.
Rattlesnake pasta, that's what's for dinner. Basically, it's your pasta, and you drain it. In the meantime, you cook some pieces of chicken up, and you cook some shrimp up, and you make an Alfredo sauce, and into the Alfredo sauce you put some onions, bell peppers, your shrimp and chicken, and Cajun seasoning. And it's called rattlesnake pasta. There's no snake in there, but it gives you a bite. Waiting for the hot plate to cool down, then the fan will go off when it's cooler. Takes about 10 minutes. Well, the voice acting class, seminar, whatever you want to call it, information session, the lady that led it was one that got the part that I auditioned for in The Underpants. She's worked at the theater group a long time, and she now works as a voiceover, and she works as a part-time DJ at a country station not far from here. And what else? Basically that's it. And she's on call for a couple different companies know her, and they use her for various commercials or things. So we got to pick some copy. She had a bunch of different commercial copy for us to look at and try to read. And she tape recorded us, or recorded us. What if you could unveil the potential of your true beauty? You can make that transformation a reality. Welcome to Prior Health, where we believe in helping patients look their best. That's the one I read. I took a whole bunch of notes about what kind of microphone you do and where you should record and what you should record and possible applications online for you to use and other places you can hear other voiceovers do their demo tapes, and we learned a little about that stuff. So I think it was worth $15. I think it was. She told me she told a story of once that she was someplace and there was a guy casting for a movie and they said she looked like the right kind of person. Can she do a Scottish accent? And she promised she could. And she said, I had no idea. So she had to come up with something. And she said it's a movie on YouTube. I can look it up. She didn't want to tell anybody, but I got it out of her. Beneath Loch Ness. She's a Scottish waitress. So I'm going to look it up and see how good she is or whatever. Anyway, while people were going up and recording their little ditties, an idea came to me. Ding! Light bulb. Bing! Anita Mandicus, that's my YouTubia News reporter, anchor. Anita Mandicus interviews Candy Clam. Anyone that's been around long enough, you know who both of those are. They're two different characters that I do. Anita is going to interview Candy Clam because she's running for president of the United States. And she asks her, typical questions. And I have half a page written down, and it just came to me in a flash, so I wrote it down. So I'm going to be working on that. It will be out this week, I think. I'm pretty sure. I have rattlesnake pasta to eat. I have a ginger ale. I have a kitty cat on my lap. Gonna watch some YouTube. And I'll probably go to bed early again. I went to bed like 9:30 yesterday, and I rarely go to bed that early. I think maybe it was before then, 8:30. So it's 20 to 8 right now. So it'll take me a little while to put this up because I have to eat and then I have to edit it. I'm thinking, what's the word? Bird's the word. Yeah. Oh, my good friend, longtime friend Terry from Iowa called me and we had a good chinwag. A couple hours maybe? I don't know. Maybe an hour. She lives in my hometown. Her husband died a year ago, so she's by herself. She has a dog and 2 kitties. Well, it's at least 2 kitties. Maybe the dog he had was too old. I don't know. She had new siding put on the house, and she still works at the job she started when she was 16 years old. She works for the city of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And she's thinking of retiring, but not unless she has to, because her job's not that difficult. She is half a year older than I am, so she's 66 and a half. No, wait a minute. She just turned 67 in October. So we talked for a while. And I told her about my high school boyfriend calling me and becoming a chat partner all the time. And told her of yesterday. He called 4 hours in the day and 2 hours at night. And he starts going off the deep end, telling me how he doesn't like this anymore, he doesn't like that anymore, which is a sign of depression. I told him he needs to seek professional help. Then he starts reading these passages out of this book that is his favorite book, which is written by a Nazi soldier that thinks he's dying or is dying, and talking about the war and visualizing it and all that, and he's reading these passages. Doesn't that just grab you? And I'm like, I don't want to hear it. This guy's, I think he's nuts. I told him again, seek professional help. And each time it would come around and I'd say, seek professional help. It's like, I don't remember who said it, but a person that asks the same question expecting a different answer is not going to get that answer. Something's wrong with him. So my friend Terry said, why don't you block his number on your phone? It's just a suggestion. And I said, that's a good one. I've gone as far as I can go talking to this guy. I've tried to be as helpful and nice as possible, but it's starting to be kind of crazy and dangerous, so I blocked him. I don't know. She said, what if he messages you on Facebook? I said, I don't know. I don't have to answer. He doesn't know exactly where I live. He knows the area of California I live, but that's it. Because he started asking me questions like, well, what if I showed up on your doorstep? We could go in and finally have a bed to make love on. And because when I was a teenager, it was always the backseat of a car. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, No. He chose to live a plebeian life. I chose not to. He's been through 4 wives. He's got a girlfriend now. He's getting a divorce. It's going to be a big mess. I don't want it to seem like I'm dropping him at a vulnerable time, but he's insane. So, Deb, I know you probably know that already. You're a very good detective. Like, thank goodness Shirley did something right. I made really shitty decisions all my life, and I think because my good longtime friend who's seen a lot of my life and stuff suggested it, and I took her suggestion. So we'll find out. Oy, oy, oy. Now I'm going to eat my rattlesnake pasta. I have the kitty cat on my lap here. He's purring. He wanted some raw chicken before I cooked it, which he had some couple pieces. He loves it. One piece was half cooked. He didn't want it. He wanted it all raw. You goofbutt. Anyway, tomorrow's Sunday. So I'll see you later. Take care of yourself, okay? Upward and onward.